washing my brain with the candlelight. Losing my breath, losing myself, dreams are out of sight. Stop struggling against my demons. Stop thinking life has been shining. Burn, burn, burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself. And burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this stage I've been looking for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
Ho, 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 motherfuckers. We are the High Steer Potty here with the Unfiltered Wrestling and Entertainment. Welcome to the World Elite Podcast, where we're free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and we're on YouTube as well. First off, I'm Marcus at Marcus Elite 337 on Twitter, and I got one of my co-hosts for tonight, by the way. Merry Christmas, everyone, if y'all are already celebrating now or y'all gonna celebrate next week. But I got first one of my co-hosts who probably filled more shitters on Christmas Eve than Cousin Ed in Christmas Vacation. It's Jordan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
I'm good. So is that true? You probably filled up more shitters than anybody else?
I don't think so.
Well, we got a very special guest, not far from us. Well, he comes from it's not in parts unknown, but it's like if Brock's like the mayor of Suplex City, bitch, he would be the mayor of Belly to Back Suplex City, bitch. The sister city of Suplex City. From Belly to Back Wrestling Podcast, it's Blaine. Welcome back. How you doing, buddy?
Good to y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoy your holiday season.
Oh, yeah. We do ours this weekend. I'm doing part 1 on Sunday. Part 2 will be Monday night. And Christmas Eve, I'm going to be right here. Tune in. We got Dylan tuning in, of course. The man who you do not want to quote unquote Christmas Vacation from start to finish because he will outdo you in that. He will quote that movie word for word in your face. And he's tuning in. He'll be back next week when we do our year-end awards. One of our hottest shows of the year, and one of our hottest ways to end the year going into a new one. So be sure to tune into that 1 week from tonight, December 26th, the day after Christmas. Be sure to check that out. But we got an exciting one for you tonight. Not a Christmas special. I should have thought about doing a Christmas special. Have a little snow falling, but I didn't think of that. Now we're mainly here to talk. There you see on your screen. We'll start with Saturday night's main event. If you guys watched it on NBC or on Peacock, they brought this Instant Classic back, and let me tell you, they did a retro night. I'm talking about they had an emotion playing in the background. They had that other secondary theme they played that was like 80s vibe. We had Jesse Ventura back on commentary, red, white, and blue ropes like it was the 80s, and they even had the classic like intro in the far corner. So that was pretty cool to see all that. And if you saw the results, Drew McIntyre beat Sami Zayn. Liv Morgan defeated Io Sky to retain the Women's World Championship. Gunther defeated Damian Priest and Finn Balor in a triple threat match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Chelsea Green became the first ever Women's United States Champion, beating Michin. And in the main event, Cody Rhodes beat Kevin Owens to retain the WWE Championship. They brought back the Wing Eagle belt, supposedly for one night only, but if you saw what happened after the show, KO attacked Cody, did some kind of pile driver where supposedly Cody is hospitalized and suffered an injury. We don't know if they're going to take the belt off of him or not, but KO is parading around with that Wing Eagle title. You saw the press conference on Netflix. We'll get to all that in a bit, but real quick, give me your take on just the show alone, Saturday night's main event. I'll start with Jordan. Did you like it? What was your match of the night? What was your bad match of the night? How did you feel about Chelsea being the first U.S. champ? I know we all called it. Just give me your quick recap of what you saw that night.
Yeah, it was a okay show, and the best match, I guess, when Chelsea Green won, because I'm happy for her. And the worst match,
Probably really wasn't a bad match, to be honest with you.
No, but it was an okay show.
Okay. What you got, Blaine?
Yeah, it was a decent show. I kind of liked it for the most part. My favorite match was the triple threat for the world title. I liked that match. It was a physical match. I also liked the U.S. women's title match. That was good as well. I don't have a bad match. I don't
think there was a bad match.
No, I don't think so either.
Speaking of Chelsea Green, I liked how she kind of paid homage to her husband. She wore like similar type ring gear, the one leg out pant. It's like where it's missing one whole sleeve, whole leg showing, and the other half's completely covered. And it was in his hometown. It was in Long Island, so it was kind of obvious she was going to be the inaugural champion. And do it in her
She
hometown.
finished too.
Yeah, she finished too, and they're the first married couple to be United States champs. Remember, Zack Ryder won that title in 2011, and you fast forward 13 years later, Chelsea Green became the first women's U.S. champ. So it's pretty good to see like the first ever married couple to do that. And I know a lot of people are not big on them, but you know people are gonna have their different opinions on them. But how could you not like Chelsea Green? She's very comical, she's humorous, she's entertaining, and she's a good wrestler too.
Yeah.
What's up there?
Yeah, I think she improved a lot over the years. I know that was her first title match she won in like 10 years since TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah. So she's improved a lot. She also like that bump she took off the ladder and onto the table.
Oh, it's Slammiversary?
Yeah. No,
And
the
she
one
did
in WWE.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, probably at Money in the Bank, huh?
Yeah, it was Money in the Bank. Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant the one at Slammiversary. I think it was if it wasn't King of the Mountain match, I think it was an Ultimate X match.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
she did fell off the ladder. It was her and Meechin that fell off the ladder when that happened.
Yep.
So they've got some good history together and working with each other in the Indies and TNA and even WWE. So, well, the biggest talk of the night. And we knew it was they were bringing it back for one night only. Bringing back the Winged Eagle Championship belt that was the WWE title design for a decade, from 1988 to 1998, and we were so happy about it. I mean, just to be honest with you, when you see this beauty, what do you think? I'm gonna let Blaine go first.
That's the best belt they ever made, in my opinion. I love it.
Hands down.
Hands down, best belt they ever made. I wish they would bring it back full time.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think it's the best belt they ever made too.
Like this was the first WWE title I saw, like not when I started permanently watching it, but I mean, I love the Big Eagle too, but I mean, but with it being a war with it, I just jumped on the ship, and of many times I've seen it and going back and look at classic WWE pay-per-views from 88 to 90 to early 98, I was like, okay, this is a badass looking belt. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that. It's a favorite. It's one of my top favorites, but I mean, I do love that undisputed title too. That that Eddie had, that Eddie and JBL and Kurt Angle, Brock, Hogan, Taker, and Triple H and Rock and all them had from 2002 to 2004. So, but I wanted to make a short list. I said we were going to make two different lists. I was going to say, give me your top 3 or top 5 favorite wrestlers that held that championship. Like, now we're going back in the old school days. We're going back to that golden age, to the early days of the Attitude Era and whatnot. And then I was also going to throw in 5 superstars, which I'll throw that. But let's get that list done real quick. So I'll let Jordan go first. Blaine can follow, and I'll go last. Dylan made a list for himself, too, even though he's not with us. George's going to share Dylan's top 5 lists as well. So I know you and Dylan worked on it together. Give me y'all's top 5 superstars that held that belt, that made it look so damn badass, or they looked badass with it. Go ahead, Jordan.
All right. My number 5, I got Macho Man. Number 4, I got Hulk Hogan. Number 3, I got Shawn Michaels. Number 2, I got Bret Hart. And number 1, I got Stone Cold.
All right. And you said you got Dylan's list too, right?
Yeah, I got it right here. His number 5, he got The Undertaker. Number 4, he got Hulk Hogan. Number 3, he got Stone Cold. Number 2, he got Bret Hart. And number 1, he got Shawn Michaels.
Okay. What you got, Blaine?
Not in no particular order, but I like Brett with it, Shawn, Macho Man, Taker, and Yokozuna.
Okay. Before I give you my list, I'm gonna give you some quick facts about the Wing Eagle Championship in case you guys didn't know this. So, Hogan was the first to like wear it. Like Hogan was the champion when they brought it, and they brought it in early 1988. This was when they had that shit rematch with Andre the Giant at the main event that just had that horrific ending with the 2 referees. And so Hogan was the first to hold the Wing Eagle belt. The Andre the Giant was the first to take it off of somebody, and he had the shortest reign. He held it for like 3 to 4 minutes before Ted DiBiase bought the WWF title from Andre, and that led to that tournament at WrestleMania 4, the big 16-man tournament. Then the one Macho Man won at WrestleMania 4. Speaking of Macho Man held the Wing Eagle belt the longest, more than anybody. He held it for a full year. Where Andre had the shortest reign, he held it for like 3 or 4 minutes. The youngest man to ever hold the Wing Eagle belt was Yokozuna. He won it at 26 years old. The oldest champion to hold the Wing Eagle belt was Bob Backlund. He won it at 45 years old.
Wow.
Blaine's face says it all. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Never forget him and Bret Hart at Survivor Series 94. Speaking of Bret Hart held the Wing Eagle belt more than any other superstar. He held it 5 times. And the last guy to hold it, of course, was Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 14. And then the next night on Raw, he debuted the Big Eagle belt that basically became the WWE title of the Attitude Era, which no hard feelings for that one. But yeah, I'd rather the Wing Eagle. Wing Eagle started at the Attitude Era. So that was just some quick facts there. So if I give you my top 5 that held it, you know, I'll have to put Bret at number 1. You know, he held it the most, but he looked good with it. I mean, anybody can look good with it. I'll put Bret at 1. I'll put Shawn 2. 3, I'll put Undertaker. 4, I'm going to put Macho Man Randy Savage. And you know what? I'm going to put a 5th no one ever mentioned. I'm going to put Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious.
Forgot about him.
Badass with that belt. Here's one more list. Now, let's say by some Christmas miracle, Triple H says, you know what? Y'all love that belt so much. Fuck that shit we gave Roman Reigns a year ago. The Wing Eagle belt is back as your permanent WWE championship. If you can name 5 superstars you would love more than anything to hold that belt. Now, Cody don't count because Cody's worn it. Cody's out the list. You can name anybody else from Kevin Owens, even though Kevin Owens is holding it, he's never won it. Cody, Seth, Roman, you know, all these guys, today's roster. If they bring it back permanently, give me your top 5 superstars you want to see hold the Wing Eagle belt. Go ahead, Jordan.
All right, mine is my number 5. I got Braun Breaker. My number 4 is Seth Rollins. My number 3 is Roman Reigns. Number 2, Randy Orton. And number 1, Kevin Owens.
Okay. What Dylan got?
His number 5, he got Seth Rollins. Number 4, he got CM Punk. Number 3, Drew McIntyre. Number 2, Gunther. And number 1, Roman Reigns.
All right. What you got, Blaine?
Okay, so again, no particular order, but Braun Breaker, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. I would like to see Orton before he go into the sunset. And my last one would be Jey Uso.
All right, there you go. Number 1, even though I saw it in a picture, I put Roman at number 1 just because if he eventually would win the title back one day, I'd put him holding it. 2, I'd say Seth Rollins. 3, Drew McIntyre's a good one. I'll put Drew in that one. 4th, I'll put Kevin Owens, even though he currently has it. But like if he ever won it on his own, that would be a fucking legit belt for him. 5th was kind of tricky because I was in a toss-up with a couple of people. Like I was in a toss-up with like Finn Balor, even though he's kind of been a jobber lately. But if he would ever get back in that main event title picture, I think the Wing Eagle belt would look good on him, or even Damian Priest winning the Wing Eagle with all. I mean, I think no matter who would win it, it would just look good on anybody because everyone else that ever held it looked like a fucking megastar. Yeah. No, even LA Knight could imagine, or Shinsuke Nakamura. Can you imagine him with that? Or Braun Breaker's another fucking awesome Solo. Jacob Fatu. That's some good names that could hold that wing. Could be a badass with that Wing Eagle. All right.
Carmelo Hayes too. Another one.
Yep, Carmelo. Fuck. Let's bring some guys up from NXT. Imagine Trick Williams, Ethan Page holding that belt. Fucking Joe Hendry. Damn, list goes on.
Yeah.
Obafemi.
Oh yeah.
Braun Strowman. Like list goes on and on. Well, speaking of Joe Hendry, if you guys watched TNA last weekend on Friday the 13th, they had their final TNA Plus event, Final Resolution. I'm just gonna recap it, and then I'm gonna ask y'all one question that happened that night. Pre-show, JDC defeated Leon Slater. Frankie Kazarian defeated Jonathan Gresham. Main card, Moose defeated Kushida to retain the X Division Championship. The Rascals defeated Jake Something, PCO, and Sami Callihan in a 3-way tag. Ace Austin defeated Trent Seven. What's up, Tim King? Jordan Grace defeated, and Rosemary went into a no contest because we got Tessa Blanchard back at TNA. But believe me when I tell you, Tessa Blanchard back in TNA.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We don't? I think no one gives a shit about her. Joe Hendry defeated Josh Alexander, Mike Santana, and Steve Macklin in a 4-way to determine the number 1 contender for the TNA World Championship at Genesis. Masha Slamovich defeated Tasha Steelz in a Falls Count Anywhere match to retain the Knockouts Championship. The Hardy Boys defeated the System in a tables match to retain the TNA World Tag Team titles. Jeff Hardy pulled a trick from Royal Rumble 2000, finishing that match. And in the main event, Nick Nemeth defeated AJ Francis to retain the TNA World Championship. Now, we're getting a rematch from Bound for Glory at Genesis. We're getting Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry once again for the TNA World title. A lot of people were not happy about that, but
You can suck my fucking dick!
everybody wants it and we're getting it. So my question to you guys is, will Joe Hendry finally get that world title, or will he get screwed again by maybe a self-proclaimed wrestling god or maybe another superstar like a Josh Alexander or something? What you think, Jordan?
He probably get screwed again. I think.
You won't. You just went deep in my heart with that one.
I think
Dylan probably would have said the same thing. I don't know.
I think
What you
he'll
got,
get screwed
Blaine?
again, and then he'll show up at the Rumble.
That's what people are calling. Like, but maybe he could pull a Jordan Grace. Can you imagine him entering the Royal Rumble match as a TNA World Champion? Like, that's what I want. Let him have it. Because I know he's not going to win the Rumble. We just need him for a pop and to have 70,000 people sing a song. So y'all on board with Joe Hendry appearing in the Royal Rumble? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. Representing TNA or representing NXT? Like maybe, or I should say as a free agent, if you want to call it that, free agent, if you consider him as a TNA representative. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what number he would be, but I mean, I just want to see. I mean, I would love to be a fly on the wall to hear that pop.
I'll let him be number 1 or number 2 so he can have that full entrance.
He could still have the full entrance while people are fighting each other. Like, they'll all stop and look at him. And like, I don't think he will get in the ring and do that wave part. I think he gets halfway through the walkway. And then maybe by the ring, he'll do that like Superman looking pose. But yeah, so I guess I'm the only one that's gonna say he's gonna win the title. I mean, I I don't know what Dylan said. I'm pretty sure Dylan had him losing too. But we're going to predict Genesis when it gets closer. I'm going to eventually watch it on pay-per-view, whatever night it is. I think it's January. I think it's January 18th. I don't remember. I have to look it up. But I know I'm pretty sure I know TNA is going on tonight, but I ain't watching it. Watching football. Do you keep up with TNA, Blaine?
No, not as much. Not as like I want to, because I'm a bit busy. I would get home late during the week, so I haven't really been paying attention to it.
You got baseball season coming up, so I know you'll definitely be super busy with that. So
yeah, we actually today was our last day of fall, so we on Christmas break until January 6th when we crank it back up.
I know our baseball team goes to work January 2nd. They kept saying they go to work on January 2nd. And their first scrimmage.
That's probably like first official practice, but we just hold it off until the 6th.
Yeah. I know they're having their first scrimmage on the 4th or something like that, but I mean I have to look on Facebook.
Okay.
But so yeah. Now I think this is kind of but I'll be honest with you. I think once football season's done, like no more Thursday night football on Prime, and when college football's over with, I feel like I'll start getting back and watching TNA on Thursday nights while we're recording. I'll just watch it on mute because I can catch Access TV. All right, so we'll move on. So if you've watched Raw this past Monday night, after a commercial break, you can ignore the PG part in the corner. This symbol pops up, and everyone already went into guessing that it's obviously going to be Penta or Pentagon Jr., Penta El Ceramiento. He had many different names wrestling. What do you guys think? You think this is meaning Penta's coming, or what else you think it means? What you got, Jordan?
Well, I might go. Yeah, I might go with what the people saying Penta.
Like this, like a symbol of saying Cero Miedo, which means zero fear.
Yeah.
Dylan said the same thing. What you got, Blaine?
I'm on board. I think that's Penta coming.
Well, I know his contract with AEW's been up, and I think he's also a free agent. So, and then supposedly somewhere down the road, possibly we might get Rey Fenix coming to WWE soon, and we may get the Lucha Brothers back as a tag team, which that would be fucking awesome because I like Rey Fenix too. They did so well together in AEW. They helped tag team go together over there as well. So, but some people believe if Rey Fenix gets called up, he might go to NXT. And Penta's going to go straight to the main roster. Probably, I don't know. What do you think, Raw or SmackDown?
Sorry about that.
You think Penta goes to Raw or SmackDown?
I think he'd be on Raw.
Raw, yeah. Yeah. I'll go with Raw.
He could go on Raw, but I'm gonna say he goes to SmackDown. I don't know. Something tells me.
But ain't Rey Fenix still on injury time at AEW?
What's that?
Phoenix, isn't he? They're holding him for injury time.
I haven't been keeping up with AEW, so I'm gonna assume yes. But he probably would have been injured quite a while. But
Yeah.
all right, I gotta tell you what. We'll go to this next one here. So we're all going to Netflix, which the countdown's coming. We've been seeing the advertisement, which, by the way, I hope that's the theme song. Big Dogs by Hanu Mankind. That would be a perfect theme song for him. Before I get to the logo reveal and all that, I got to say, did you watch the press conference they did on Netflix at the new Netflix headquarters they built in New Jersey? Kevin Owens showing up with a bow tie T-shirt with the Wing Eagle belt. He walked down. He even went to Stanford, passed up Cody's picture from WrestleMania 40, pasting his face on that and putting the Wing Eagle belt in front of that. Like, Kevin Owens has been killing it on social media lately, walking around with the Wing Eagle belt and the tuxedo T-shirt. So He's been entertaining. Now it kind of makes you wish he won the match, but I mean, I get it. They're building up to probably another match at the Royal Rumble, but then Seth Rollins and CM Punk got into some altercations at the press conference that it's going to lead them to have a match that was supposed to be the main event, but now they're saying the tribal combat with Roman and Solo for the Ula Fala and the named tribal chief is supposed to close out the show now. So what you guys think? Talk to me about the premiere of Raw on Netflix. I know we're going to get a lot of action, but what you think? What you think is going to happen? Go ahead, Blaine.
Man, I just hope this Liv and Rhea feud ends soon. I'm getting tired of that.
Her little
That
chicken nugget,
soon.
chicken nugget slut.
Huh?
Chicken nugget slut.
Yeah, chicken nugget slut.
I like that. I guess I'm a chicken nugget slut too, because I ate some. Taco Bell got some chicken nuggets now, and let me tell you, they make it out of tortilla seasoning, and your breath will smell like ass after you eat it. It's good.
Yeah.
The dip sauce too, so shit. Spicy ranch.
I don't know how I feel about the tribal combat match either, man. It just that needed to be died too.
Well, when I heard Punk and Seth were main eventing, I'm thinking, okay, so is Roman and Solo kicking off? And now they turned it around and said, oh no, Punk and Seth are gonna open up Raw on Netflix, and we're gonna close out with Roman and Solo. So I don't know what we're gonna fucking believe here. Supposedly they're also gonna crown the first women's IC champ on the premiere of Netflix as well. That I can probably believe, because they only have like what 2 matches left to do before they make it official. So, well, they have 2 more Raws. They got the 23rd, which was a taping, and then the final Raw of the year in Houston. That's when they're going to do the semifinals, and then, bam, premiere on Netflix in LA. You're going to have the finals for that. So, talk to me, Jordan. What you think we're going to see on the premiere of Raw on Netflix?
Well, hopefully it's pretty good, and yeah, like Blaine said, with Rhea and Liv, hopefully in soon.
You know they're gonna drag that all the way to WrestleMania. I got a feeling that it's not gonna stop. They're gonna drag this the whole fucking year, and I know people are getting tired of it. So here's the only thing I gotta say about that, folks. If you are getting tired of seeing the same old shit, same old song and dance, Liv and Rhea's rivalry, Solo and Roman fighting over the Ula Fala, and you want to see new shit, like we're getting Punk and Seth soon, but you're not getting everything you please, there is a solution. Call Pepsi Phil Hathaway Esquire at 1-900 Mussolini, $3.99 consultation fee, and even you'll also receive a free can of Pepsi. Pepsi Phil and Pepsi are not responsible if you receive their own can of Pepsi. Top of Wrestling Talk, Circle Debate, and Worldly Podcast are responsible for this ad.
Call today.
Money's on the way. Call Pepsi Phil today. And remember, he will fight for you.
Yeet.
He did it.
What
Love
the-
it. Good job. Good job. We rehearsed well.
Yeah, crazy.
Shout out to Pepsi Phil. I know they going live right now on Circle of Debate. They're gonna love that when I send it to them. So, but here, real quick, real talk. What do you think of the new Raw logo for Netflix?
I feel like they gave a third grade class contest to win.
So that means you hate it.
Yeah.
Jordan, Dylan, comment. But Jordan, what you think?
It looks all right to me. It's just
Yeah, okay. The live on Netflix at the bottom is a little too much, but just the logo alone, I like it. It ain't that bad. Matter of fact, here's all the other logos from the past. We'll start from the top. The OG logo from 93-97. Yay or nay?
I like the OG logo.
yeah, I like it too.
Then you got the iconic Raw is War Attitude Era logo that started 97-98. This was the first logo I saw when I started watching Raw. This is so nostalgic to me. It's not my overall favorite, but it is in my top 5. So I'm definitely giving the first Raw's War a yay.
Yeah, I like the 97, 98. I didn't like the next one with the Titantron around the logo.
It's like a 3D version. I mean, that was when they went to Spike, when they went to TNN, then became Spike TV. I like it. It's kind of nostalgic. It's not my favorite, but I mean, it's still a Raw's War. But Jordan, what do you think of the 2 Raw's War logos? Yay or nay?
Yay. Yeah, I like them.
Now, did you like that they took Is War out of the name and they just call it Raw instead of Raw is War? Because, usually when they make matches, they just say, we're going to fight on Raw. Did you like that they shortened it to Raw, or did you rather Raw is War?
Raw is War, I think.
Isn't that when they was transitioning out of Attitude Era when it was just Raw, right?
Yeah, they were still in the Attitude Era when they just went to Raw in 2001, 2002, which I do like that logo still with the steel Titantron around it. I'm giving that one a yay also.
Yeah.
Now, when they transitioned to World Wrestling Entertainment and started the Ruthless Aggression era from 02 to 06, that is my most favorite Raw logo ever. So that is a fucking yay for me.
Yay.
Because when I hear that, I think of Across the Nation by Union Underground and all that. So, yeah, that was my favorite Raw logo right there. And the set. What about you, Blaine?
Yeah, I that's like my second favorite one out of all of them.
Yeah. Then from 06 to 09, they brought in Papa Roach to be loved. It's almost similar like the 2009-11 one. I mean, the first one was okay, but when they updated it from 2009 to 2011, I think that version is a lot better than the first one they did. But the 09-11 one, the 09-11 one's more detailed, and it's a favorite. It's in my top 5. But if you're comparing the theme songs, Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback got a little overrated, but Papa Roach to Be Loved was a little overrated too. But so I'll say 06, 09, meh. 2009, 2011, definitely a yay.
Yeah.
But the Super Show shit, I'm giving that a nay. I didn't like Super Show under it. That was stupid.
I don't understand the Super Show anyway.
Oh, because they were letting SmackDown guys compete on Raw.
Gotcha.
That 2012-16 logo, it's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. So that's definitely a fucking nay.
Yeah, nay.
But the 2016-19 one, I remember people shit talked it on social media, but I was like, it's not as bad as it looks, but I'll give it a meh.
I just don't like the backwards M, the upside down M. It remind me of the Miz when he would always do his promos.
Now, the one we've been currently having, I hate that logo so much. That is the worst Raw logo I ever had. It's kind of the same shit, but with like a fucking arrow pointing down almost. The logo we currently have now, I hate that logo so damn much. But what do you guys think? The final logo before it changes to this one. So, yay or nay on the final logo?
Nay for me.
Nay.
Well, one more just for fun. Let's just do SmackDown real quick too while we at it. So, the very first SmackDown logo is very nostalgic. It gives you that Attitude Era vibe. So, first logo is definitely a yay, but it's not a favorite.
Yay.
Yeah, you remind me of the SmackDown versus Raw video games.
Well, the next one definitely 01-05. That was probably my favorite SmackDown logo. Even though they're kind of almost similar, but I mean the Friday Night SmackDown logo is cool too. But I didn't like how they put the SmackDown side by side. I like when they're on top of each other.
Yeah. Yay.
Friday Night made it look cool. So I mean the Friday Night logo gives a yay for me too.
Yay, yeah. I'll give it.
The SmackDown 0608 logo with the exclamation mark. I mean, the exclamation mark is very nostalgic, so that one gets a yay also.
Yay.
It's almost kind of the same, but the 089 one when they went into high definition, that one is kind of meh. I feel like I don't like how they changed the tone of the colors.
Yeah, nay.
Yeah, they tried to go simple and they overdid it.
And then the one with the X, that was just for their 10th anniversary, celebrating 10 years of SmackDown, which the X became a symbol for showing shits, but I really wasn't a big fan of the X, so I gave that one a nay.
Yeah, nay.
The 2010-15 one is almost, I mean, it's kind of similar. I mean, it's the right colors and all that, but I just like their graphics where when superstars would come out, their little nameplates would be customed and all that shit. Like, that's when they had their custom nameplates and all that. So I'll definitely give that one a yay. I like that version of SmackDown. Green Day's Enemy as their song. So, and This Life by CFOs. The 2015-16 logo, like I said, kind of similar. And I'm gonna just give it a meh. I mean,
Yeah.
now, SmackDown Live is the worst SmackDown logo I ever fucking seen in my life. I hated that logo, and I hated that fucking theme song. I didn't give a shit what people said. Come on and fight back. The SmackDown on Fox logo, I mean, it looks, they try to make it look old school, but I mean, I'll give it a yay.
Yay, yeah. I'll give it.
And then the logo today, I mean, I'm not big with the S trying to cross and turn into a D, but I mean, it kind of does look badass when it's just that SD by itself without SmackDown on stuff. I'm giving the logo a nay, but just the S alone that crosses into a D, I'll give just that one letter crossover a fucking yay. But just the logo itself is a fucking nay for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the S as well.
Yeah. So, and one more thing before there's something I wanted to bring up. We didn't put it. I didn't put it as a on the category right here, but this is going to be something we're going to start doing on the show. I thought it was kind of funny and entertaining. I know Dylan put something he wanted to bring up. I told him about it. He fucking loved it. So you two are going to hear this for the first time. Starting today, we're going to do a segment to close out every episode. I'm going to call Sounds Like Bullshit to Me, where we're each going to share a moment or whatever that happened throughout the week, whether if it was Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, or whatever, like on live television. You saw something on TV you thought was bullshit, and you'll talk about it, you share it, and then I'm going to let you know if it sounded like bullshit to me or not. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the inaugural session of Sounds Like Bullshit to Me.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
So I got a hat. I bought a hat. I got a hat for Christmas that says that slang. And I said, that's the perfect title right there. So I know Dylan wrote his. Here's mine. And I know you're going to laugh about it. This is what I thought sounded like bullshit to me. The fact that the New Day cannot find a locker room to get ready in. Like, they're that hated for kicking Big E out of the New Day. They can't. They're treating them like tough enough rookies now. Like, oh, no, you can't be in here. You can't change in here. If you were a heel and you were told you can't be in a dressing room to change, what do the heels do? They whip your ass to get in that locker room, or they fight you for it. Are they trying to be like the Nation of Domination now? Like, oh, they're judging us. We can't because we kicked somebody out. Like that's bullshit. So I think this New Day can't even get in a locker room. Sounds like bullshit to me. I know Dylan had a bullshit moment. He said the fact that Charles Robinson didn't get in the ring to count the 3 at Saturday night's main event. He stayed outside the ring and did the 3 count when Cody retained his title. against Kevin Owens. And that does sound like bullshit to me because I thought, aren't you supposed to be in the ring to count the 3? Isn't that in the rule book? But it's genius in this storyline to say, oh, you screwed me out of being WWE champion. You were not in the ring. So it was, and Cody using the chair and all, you know. So, yeah, I agree. That does sound like bullshit to me, too. What about you, Jordan? Do you have something you saw this past week you thought was bullshit?
I think I'm gonna go with yours and with the New Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Blaine? I know this was the last second thing I brought up, but I thought it was kind of genius. So did you see something within the week you thought was bullshit?
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit that Io Sky couldn't land that damn springboard spot on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me too. Yeah, definitely.
She was trying to do a springboard spot and then she landed on her knees or something like that.
Yeah. But just for shits and giggles, if there was something you saw that was bullshit to you and we can't do nothing about it, I know one guy who can do something about it. Call Pepsi Phil Hathaway Esquire at 1-900 Mussolini. $3.99 consultation fee, and you'll receive a free can of Pepsi. Pepsi Phil, Pepsi are not responsible if you receive their own can of Pepsi. Top Pro Wrestling Talk Circle Debate and World League Podcast are responsible for this ad.
Call him today.
Money's on the way. Call Pepsi Phil today. And remember, he will fight for you.
Yeet.
Yeet. Oh, God, this is such good shit.
I got a question for y'all, though. The kickoff show. Not with the kickoff show. It was off air of Saturday Night Main Event when Triple H and KO went at it. You think Triple H will come out of retirement for one match?
Oh, God, I would love to see that happen, but you know it ain't going to happen.
I think he's cleared on that heart situation he had.
Do you think they would drag it all the way to WrestleMania? Because people are already making custom WrestleMania graphics with KO versus Triple H.
Or have it between Rumble and Mania to build it up for Cody, KO, and Mania. Somewhere around there.
I thought, what if we get, like, who were they saying Drew McIntyre might end up fighting at WrestleMania? Not Sami Zayn. Was it Kevin Owens? They're teasing we might get KO versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, or was it because we already got Sammy and Drew at Saturday night's main event. I thought someone said we might get KO and Drew at WrestleMania.
He did say 1 down, 4 to go, so I want to know who's on that hit list.
I doubt it, and he ain't gonna fight Jey Uso at WrestleMania. I can tell you that. If he's taking out the OG bloodline, I don't see him fighting Roman at Mania, or I don't see him fighting Jey at Mania. I doubt it'd be Jimmy Uso. I don't know.
Also seen that Drew gonna cost Roman on the Raw on Netflix.
Maybe he might go after Roman. They already had a match at WrestleMania though. Roman squashed him in like 5 minutes at WrestleMania 35.
Was it WrestleMania? I thought it was
No, Roman and Drew first fought at WrestleMania 35. That was Roman's first.
True, yeah.
That was Roman's first match since he left to fight his battle with leukemia.
Yeah.
And they fought again at Survivor Series when they were both champions, and Roman beat him at Survivor Series.
I got you.
When they still did the Raw versus SmackDown shit and champions versus champions matches. And the 2021, they closed out with Roman and Drew in front of screens, Thunderdome, and Roman beat Drew McIntyre. But yeah, this was fun. Real quick before we go, y'all have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. You know, whether you celebrate Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Boxing Day, I don't even know what else they got. Happy holidays to you all. I know you guys are. I know I said I'm doing mine first half Sunday, my second half Monday. I know Jordan and them, y'all doing y'all's Christmas Eve, right? I know y'all do y'all little Christmas Eve tradition, watching Christmas Vacation. What y'all doing y'all Christmas?
Well, I'll be at my house on Christmas Eve, and I'll be with Dylan for Christmas.
Okay. What you got? What about y'all, Blaine?
I'll be with my girl's family actually this Saturday for Christmas, and then I guess play it by ear Christmas Day. I don't know what's going on yet.
Awesome. Well, again, hope everyone has a safe and wonderful Merry Christmas. Before we go, let them know where they can find y'all on social media. We'll start with Blaine, where they can find you and your show, the Belly to Back Podcast.
Belly to Back Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Belly to Back Pod.
All right. Jordan?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
I'm on Twitter at MarcusLee337. You can find the podcast on Twitter at World Elite Pod. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch our live streams anytime on demand on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. We're also free and available wherever you get your podcasts on all audio platforms, from Spotify, Google Pod, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. We are everywhere. We're affiliates with WWE Shop and Rogue Energy. Proud sponsor. We're sponsored by 80s Tees. Go to 80stees.com. Use the promo code WorldElite to get 30% off. Well, this was good. I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas celebration with your families. Enjoy the gifts, the food, the family, and everything. Remember, he's the reason for the season. Celebrating Jesus' birthday. Enjoy the college football playoffs. It kicks off this weekend. Enjoy all the NBA and NFL football games you can watch Christmas Day. And we will see you guys on December 26th. Dylan will be back. The host of the trio will be here to do our year-end awards and to wrap up 2024 and go into 2025 with a bang. So thank y'all, and y'all have a wonderful, happy holiday.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Running again, Christian my brain.